Go.
Hello. Welcome to America's Third Party and Freedom Friday. Our discussion of politics will continue tonight, addressing key issues like Ebola, what our country's doing to prevent the spread, and why they haven't stopped flights from Africa. We'll talk about why Barack Obama and the Democrats and the Republicans all want a war in Syria. Why? Can anyone name one good thing that we could get out of winning a war in Syria if there was a war to be won in Syria? No one can really answer that. Nobody in the press talks about it. We don't even talk about the fact that Afghanistan heroin production has increased over 60% since Obama took office. And the price of heroin is so cheap that many families now are having to bury their children. A friend of mine had a couple friends that just lost their teenage, or actually their 24-year-old son and daughter, respectively. One was a heroin overdose and the other was a suicide. What kind of world are we creating that's creating such unhappiness among young people? And if you're a young person, I'm sure you are, you must realize that this isn't the world that we were meant to have. We're meant to have a better world. When we were born and little babies in our mama's womb.
Hi, Paul, this is politics.
We were innocent little creatures and fetuses, but we really did want something better when we were little kids, didn't we?
All haven't been unbanned.
Let's go right here. I want to see the chat.
What? I am letting you see the chat.
No, it's just that I didn't see that. Thanks. Hey, Sarah, how was your day at school? It was great. School is off and on, you know. We taking a picture of those chemtrails so we can look at them? Yeah, I've got a couple pictures of chemtrails, but whenever I put them out, everyone says it's condensation patterns. Yesterday, I was in my swim spot. I had this massive chemtrail, and it was descending rapidly. And I looked up, and there was a jet right above it, mind you, flying about 1,000 feet above the chemtrail. And there were no contrails coming out of the jet. So I know these are chemtrails. You line up the chemtrail against the contrail possibility, and there's no contrail, so it's got to be a chemtrail. Contrails is condensation coming off the jets. You rarely see that. Only in the perfect temperature and condensation points that happens. Sarah is very pretty. And I called my tooth company today and said, hey, I got to get these teeth by Halloween. I actually need them before Halloween because I'm trying to cut a video to promote the Halloween show. So anyway, I'll have to muddle through it with my broken and dismembered teeth.
Or you could call the whole thing off. I'm just kidding. David knows that's what I would do.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, no, it's a freedom of speech issue.
I know.
For me, I absolutely have to have freedom of speech in a country that claims to be free. Very focused, yeah. Sarah is not in any way supportive of that. She's against it. She actually doesn't want me to do it.
No.
They are perfect. My favorite fast food place would be any place with a salad bar. Wendy's used to have salad bars, and now they have pretty good salads. And Wendy's has reached the top status, I believe, across the country. Or it's actually one notch below McDonald's. But Wendy's pulled ahead of Burger King. I want to have security too. I have security. What do you mean I want to have security? I have security. I have all the security I need. Yeah, I have no concerns about the future, if that's what you're asking me.
Ebola death toll has topped 4,000 people.
So Ebola death has topped 4,000. So when it tops 40,000, maybe that's when Obama's going to cut off flights from Africa? Or what's the number that makes him wake up to reality, that we don't need people coming into this country with Ebola? I'll try not to get too pissed off. I think sporks are an innovation, but as you know, being on David Sponheim, our family actually created the spoon. We actually were the originator designers. We've never received any royalties from the spoon, but my family namesake actually designed, at one point, spoons in Germany, way back in about 300 AD.
Thanks, Mad Dog.
I have a herp on my lip.
Thanks, Laura.
Really? Where is it? I don't have herp on my lip. I don't know Mitt Romney. I wouldn't want to meet him. If I had herpes, you'd know it. Fake teeth are not available yet. I called the company and they haven't arrived. Hey, baby, what's happening? I ate a sausage with a bone in it once. And that's why I'm getting my new teeth. They're press-on veneers. I'll look so much better. You guys you light up when I smile. And the future shows will all have the new veneers on. So get a load of these teeth. That's the last you'll see of them. So are you going to call on your glasses? I don't need glasses.
No, I am supposed to be getting glasses, right?
Yeah.
It's been a month.
Where are they?
I don't know. I have to call on them, and I always keep forgetting.
Isn't that funny?
15,000 things on my.
It's good you got glasses that look good on you right now, and they fit and they work. So at least now these new glasses, are they going to be a different prescription?
Yep.
Oh, so you're a little more mild or
milder
prescription, right? Yeah. Have you heard about this new method of preventing LASIK surgery by focusing and actually using your eyes more often? Have you heard about that?
I have heard about it. Where do you have any more information about it? Like eye exercises?
I don't know. Eye exercises. Let's look it up. Let's get into the chat room and look it up. Eye exercises for to prevent LASIK surgery, because I think LASIK is expensive. Number one, and two, I heard people get night blindness sometimes when they botch the job. I don't know about you, but let's see. LASIK's eye exercises. Yeah, seeing this is kind of an off-topic.
Who's your presidential candidate, vice presidential candidate? I am.
Yes, I've chosen Sarah. LASIK is LASECX. LASIK.
Okay.
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 LASIK surgery. Got it. We'll let Jeeves answer
Sarah
the question.
does have these. I did get the thing for. I just haven't done the impression yet because I'm going to be setting up an appointment with an orthodontist to possibly get braces.
Right. She's actually thinking of getting braces, which is an interesting thought. Let's see. Restore your eyesight naturally yourself. Check that out. Okay. This is interesting. Freedom Friday, everybody, we're free to do whatever we want. Yeah, believe it or not, you are free in America. Even though no one may be listening, you are free to talk about anything you want. I don't know what happened. Stop wearing glasses. You should remember not to wear it. Oh, stop wearing glasses. Wow. These things will again be possible. Am I missing the volume here? Let's see.
No, there's no.
There's no audio?
Not necessarily. I don't know.
Well, I just want to make sure. No, cam up, Rodney. Okay, supposedly. The key is relaxing and slowing things down. Eyesight also involves the mind. Healthy, normal eyes will mean nothing if the mind is not calm or orderly. Let me put this over here. You can actually read it. New York City cop robs man, takes money, and pepper sprays him. Video on link. Wow. A cop getting extra money is robbing people. So they involve eyes.
Look, you see this? Look. You see this? You see this?
That's robbery. He just stole his money. How you gonna take his money?
Wow.
How you gonna take his money?
He got get his badge number. 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 He just stole his money.
Wow, cops are really, really corrupt when they steal the money of these people that are just out there in the street using their power. I mean, this is something that's got to stop. Yeah.
Ronnie.
Thanks, Ronnie. We're all pretty the way we are too. Yeah, I'm pretty ugly, but
You are
but
beautiful.
we're pretty
just
too.
the way you are.
I'm pretty ugly, but I'm pretty in the word ugly. Pretty ugly.
Can't bring me down.
So that's kind of sad, isn't it?
No.
Now, why is a person out there on the street carrying money? Don't they realize that they that money could be used against them in a court of law? That's a debt note. Why would they be carrying debt notes out in public? For cops to steal their debt notes. Sarah never smoked pot in her life.
No, Sarah's still tired, but not stoned. Tired, not stoned.
If you were gay, okay. Red Rubby, Decan, drone captures ISIS member having sex with a donkey. You know, I'm a little bit freaked out. That's for starters. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little freaked out that you even posted that, Red Jubby Dub.
Right.
I was responding last night to the story about O.J. Simpson having performed what appears to be fellatio on a transgender.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Well, that shrieked me out. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but yeah.
Don't even mention it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's not talk about anything that would be make Sarah unhappy.
You can talk about it in 5 minutes when I'm leaving.
Well, let's be quick. We'll talk about it in 5 minutes. Oh, by the way, could you put your the dinner I made in your frozen containers so that that'll really help, because I don't put them away. Well, dinner. I made a warm up lunch meal for Sarah. I make a big bulk of stuff.
He makes my frozen dinners for me, so I don't have to buy frozen dinners. It's David's delicious dishes.
Okay, so that prevents them from seeing ability of the eyes to focus your longer.
I know, I am taking time bags. It's true.
A political mistake talking about sex is not a political mistake in this day and age. I'm sorry.
Only that.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of political mistakes out there. You know, if I wanted to avoid making political mistakes, I never would have made a blackface video. Seriously. But there was no other way to get attention in this country, especially considering we have a black president. And I really need to push the envelope on that, make you understand that we have freedom of speech and we can impersonate. We can impersonate our president. Okay, Mad Dog is in. JustCast is up. You guys are coming to the show. Right on. There you are. There's Ed for his daily event.
Good point.
Thanks, Ed. Ed's not censored. Everybody's going to come in. I'll be taking calls any minute now. I'm glad that the Rodney people have decided to leave.
Do you need coffee?
I'm at Starbucks now.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Go ahead and dole out your lunches. That'll be cool.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Now I can talk about stuff that's going to hurt me politically. All right, good. Many people don't realize that I don't care if I am hurt politically. I'm not in this for personal gain. Yeah. I'm not in this for personal gain. So if I don't succeed in life, so be it. It's interesting when you make a commitment like that. No, cam up, Rodney. When you make a commitment like I've made to completely be honest with everybody about everything, you know that I'm going to talk about whatever's on your mind because I'm one of you. I'm an average American who talks about things that are going on. I mean, how many people are out of touch with reality running for office today? A lot of them. Now, I'm not anything like Anthony Weiner. I wouldn't sext with some lady. I wouldn't contact people secretly. I'm a very decent person, and I don't really worry about that. Accusations of my behavior are completely unfounded. Obama is black. Exactly. I mean, how can I not say that without sounding... Thank you. I'm not out of touch with reality. I live in reality. I'm immersed in reality.
Chemtrails, Ebola, ISIS, and free vodka.
All right.
Hello, David. Hello, Sarah. Good evening.
Hi, Mad Dog. Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you guys. I'll put you guys in the open door there leading into the Oval Office. Yeah, I guess my biggest concern right now is why hasn't our president stopped flights from Africa?
Oh, man, puppy, what's going on, dude?
Louis, you keep saying that every night. Why do you keep coming in the room to say, David, be honest with yourself, you ain't going to be president? Frankly, Louis, I'd like to believe you. I really would. I really would like to believe that I won't be president someday. I really would like to believe you, but When you've seen your life flash before you in a previous experience of telepathy and premonitions, you realize that whatever you do, you can't prevent destiny. You cannot prevent manifest destiny. It's seemingly falling into place no matter what I do. No, I'm telling you, Louis, you're going to eat your words someday. I know you're president someday. I'm aware of it. Well, it's kind of like telepathy. It's a premonition. You look into the future. Have you ever thought about something and it happened? And I don't mean deja vu. It happens to me all the time. I am the greatest president on earth, and I will be the leader of this nation to help this nation get out of its troubled times. And I'm readying myself for the possibility that we're going to be facing some really bad, unbelievable economic experiences, all of us individually. I already live a very austere life. I don't talk about telekinetic powers. I'm talking about premonitions, looking into the future. Many people believe it's possible. I know how much it costs to run. If you'd like, I can do that. Thank you, Outcast Loser, but I'm going to go ahead and come in here and let me play some background music that sounds like that. Okay. Then I'll unban all because I haven't done that for a while. I've got some good background music here. Here we go. Just for you, Outcast. Listen in. I got a phone call here. Hang on. Let's take it. Yes. Can I help you? Peter. Peter, Pumpkin Eater. What's going on, man? How you doing, babe?
This is Peter.
Peter, no kidding. This is David. Peter, what's going on with you, man?
How about you unban it?
Okay, we'll unban everybody right now, Peter. Thank you. I was a little hot on the hang up there, but I do understand what you're saying. I think that was the person I just banned. Yeah. Okay, unbanning all users. Well, no, it's not about doing anything different than I've ever done. I'm not magically going to win an election. No, nothing like that. You see, the thing is, you don't understand this, Guest 419, but the American people have been in a state of absolute comatose reality for a long, long time. And because we have been basically zombified, in a short period of time, I can de-zombify you. And de-zombification will be the awakening that we're all waiting for. It equals awareness and awakening. When people are de-zombified, they will become much more active politically, and they'll begin to realize that I've been speaking the gospel truth from the very beginning. The reason why people don't believe a lot of things that any third-party person says is they've been trained to believe that third-party people are whack jobs. You heard it, whack jobs. Okay, here's some bad music. I'll definitely play Mr. Rogers whenever it gets out of hand. Yeah, de-zombification is what we need right now. Now, that does not mean sitting there watching free porn all night long and playing with yourself. It means starting to realize that our entire society has been turned into consumers by design. We're being told what to buy, what to do. And most people are, there's a small part in your brain that's saying, I don't want to buy that. I don't want to have bills. I don't want to pay the bill collectors. I'm not David Duke. I'm actually an integrationist. That's what I am, an integrationist. Cam up, Rodney. You've been told to cam up Rodney. Let's just counter with that, anybody. Yeah, he's been offered a place on the show if he would just show his mug. You guys are attacking me for no reason. I'm just the messenger here, playing the bad porno music for the 70s. Okay, I think I've heard enough. All right, it's hard to concentrate with that music, makes you think you're going to fix the plumbing. I hear you, babe. Well, let me tell you. Yeah, cam up Rodney or shut up Rodney, right. Thank you. Wow, Ed, you're really kind of promoting me. That's nice of you. Thanks, Ed. His mug is on the wall, really? That's why he can't put his face out here? Because I put out the question, if this guy really wants to participate in our show, he needs to cam up. And if he doesn't want to cam up, there's two things that could be the possibility. One is he's really, really ugly, which is entirely possible. There's some really ugly people out there. Or two, he's Illuminati, and he doesn't want his identity known. He's one of the secret police, policing our thoughts, controlling the internet, spamming everybody. I don't know. I'm just saying possibility. Very old and ugly, or very ugly. He's scared to cam up. I know. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I know a lot of you guys do not attack people, and I understand you don't want to cam up too, which is fine. But the ones that attack people that do cam up, they got a real problem. All right. Thank you. Well, rage, eventually you're going to realize your rage is going nowhere. Your trolling is going nowhere. You need to actually join in some sort of a movement. And I don't mean a bowel movement. My IQ is 185, wild up. So anyone who's running into a roadblock in their life and saying, wow, I really feel like I'm trapped and I don't know what to do. You are trapped and you don't know what to do. Because the country is designed for you to be trapped and not know what to do. That's the place that they want to put everybody. They want to demoralize our population. They want to make us all feel like scumbags. Now, Ed has elevated himself out of the hellhole that he was in for a while. He got an apartment. But, you know, it's hard to feel good about yourself when you're living off $700 a month and you have schizophrenia. So it's hard to get positive. But in a world where everyone tries to take each other down and everyone has one-upmanship going on and everyone wants to make money from everybody, your uncle's an FBI profiler, is profiled as an overweight adolescent named Vincent who reviews movies for his local video store. Mad Dog, that's interesting. Cam up, Rodney. Keep it up. Yeah. So anyone who really wants me to get this guy on the show really needs to get him to cam up. Okay, so all of you guys need to do that. Outcast says schizophrenia is no joke. It's a horrible life. Exactly. It's all those weird people hanging around you who don't even exist. Hallucinations are not fun, I'm sure. I think the NSA is watching my show. Hey guys, how you doing? Oh yeah, they get a kick out of it. They know that the average American has been zombified and turned into a fluoridated victim of water pollution. They know that most people are like, yeah, well, we need to have done something done, but I don't know. I don't want to do it. Unless it happens to somebody directly, like you yourself get hurt or your family, somebody in your family goes to jail. You don't know how unfair our criminal justice system is. Now, last night we had a guy telling us that there were people who have all kinds of financial seizures, people who have fiscal forfeitures and they have to lose money. And I was trying to tell that person that you can't just lose what you have, whether it's your property or your money, unless there's a law being broken. Well, we just showed you a guy in New York who literally was getting robbed by a cop. Check this out.
Look, you see this? Look, you see this? You see this? Give me my money, man. Give me my money.
He just stole his money. He just stole his money. He just stole his money. He just stole his money. That's robbery. He just stole his money.
How you gonna take his money?
There you have it. So it's going on. People are getting their money taken from people on the street. Cops. People you'd think would be protected. No, I don't know. I haven't seen this cop, but it looks like he did take his money. So yeah, there you have it. It's so I can't control all that. I tried to explain that to this person, and as a president, I can't prevent states from ripping people off when they go driving in with $10,000 in their pocket and they get pulled over by a checkpoint in California, and they say, why do you have 10,000 in your pocket, sir? Because we found it in your trunk. Well, I have a right to carry 10,000. They seize that money. So that's the kind of law breaking that will be looked into by the Justice Department. I will do that. I will get the Justice Department to investigate every one of the cases. And we'll give you a hotline, an 800 number you can call. These are the kinds of innovations we're going to talk about. Now, I have another idea that's going to save this country a tremendous amount of hassles. It's an 800 number, 1-800-REPORT pollution. Something like that. So it's a 1-800-REPORT something. So, and what happens with that program will be, we will take 3 acknowledged reports of bad pollution coming in the car, and we'll have a team to go out and investigate the car. And we'll Denver boot the car. And the car will be owned by somebody, and maybe they'll have to live in the car with it booted, but we're going to Denver boot it, and we're not going to let it drive on the highways if it's just spewing oil or burn gas. I mean, there's a car in my neighborhood. I swear the guy gets like 3 or 4 miles per gallon. That's crazy. Every time he drives by, it's just fumes. I mean, everywhere. And so I'm out in my beautiful, tranquil, pristine, beautiful forest here overlooking the Olympic Mountains, and this guy's driving by, just blowing fumes right down into the right through my pipes. Don't objectify women. Treat women with utter respect. Cam up, Rodney. Who's the old guy with no? I don't know who that is. I have teeth, and they're very sharp. I sharpen my teeth. They're razor sharp. How many people take actual files to their teeth and sharpen them? Does anybody here? Yeah, I don't like fumes. And so I'm going to put it together an 800 number. This is the kind of thing I'm going to do. And we'll fund it at the federal level. And we'll get the funding necessary to take care of the trouble abusers. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever you mean by the metaphor cleaning your pipes, that's a little weird. It's not fair, is it? Why should I breathe his gas fumes? No, I'm here. The bald guy is actually 10 years or 7 years younger than me. That's Ed. You're barking up the wrong tree if you think you can get supporters on a chat streaming site. Eric Metal, unfortunately, we have no other option. The mainstream media has completely locked out any other third party from ever getting any viewers in like TV. CNN, Fox won't report anything like this. Hey there. There's no fetish here. Yeah. Looking good, thanks. Crow fan art? What am I going to see? A little skirt. You can't rain all the time? Chase, what's going on? You've got an interesting artistic perspective. I like the way you use blur. Your blur tool use is very effective, Chase. Keep up the good work, man. Try finger painting. That would be fun. Remember when you were a kid, you used to finger paint? Cam up, Rodney. Let's do that. We're trying to train you. Consider this a case of behavior modification for chatters. This is like a 12-step program to lower your addiction to trolling. Get into the gear on JustCast and turn off the sounder for the chat. Really? Okay. Yeah. Don't know how to do that. Not really sure where the sounder is. Let me go to my tools. Hang on. Sound on. Sound off. The clapper. That should help. Okay. Yes, I confronted the guy about the grill. He was putting lighter fluid on the meat itself. He was cooking burgers with lighter fluid directly. And as soon as I walked up and said, hey, why are you using lighter fluid next to the meat? He said, get out of here, man. Get out of here. You know, that's his response. It's not Tech Friday. No, it's Freedom Friday. Anyway, that's a good link. Restoring your eyes. That's another one. Nude snapshots. Let's get back to that. Nude snapshot images put online box. That's pretty interesting. Well, let's be clear. If I saw a picture, a nude picture of Michelle Obama online, I would not look at it. Seriously. What do you mean? What's wrong with my hair? What do you mean, what's up with my hair? Well, it's nothing to do with him being black. No, it's his being homosexual and Muslim and an illegal alien that really matters. Good night, Sunstars. Sleep well. I hope you don't run into any weird dreams tonight. It's nice to sleep, isn't it? Someday we'll all be sleeping forever. Yeah, let's get into the fjords. There's got to be someplace beautiful in the background. Let me bring it in. Crack smoker? I don't know. I don't know what Barack Obama is, because I can't say if he's a crack smoker now. He was a crack smoker for a long time when he was at Oxdale College. No, we'll all be sleeping forever someday. Freedom Friday. Maybe I'll just do a flag, something really simple. Like that. With the alien UFO in the background. Yeah, I've got a pretty cool picture here with an alien UFO in the background. All right, there you go. This sure feels like Technology Friday. No, this is different. This is Freedom Friday. What really matters to everybody is their freedom, and we don't have much of it anymore. If I went outside right now in my neighborhood and started claiming that Obama was killing innocent people with his kill list, and I had a sign that said Obama is killing people, innocent people with a kill list, I would be arrested. They'd put me on, no, Sarah will be in just a bit, Drag King. They put me on a 72-hour hold, charge the $51.50, they'll have me in for psychiatric evaluation if I were to say that. So you have about as much freedom as they do in China, in Hong Kong right now, where they were told that they would have talks and the government totally lied. Now the people are going to hit the streets again. They're doing it right now as I speak in Hong Kong, complaining about corruption in government. We are looking at a worldwide complaint about corruption in government. You have experience with psych emergencies? None at all, no. My mother used to be a psych nurse. My mom, who is no longer living, worked at a crisis center for many years. So we had a lot of stories when we went home. We always heard about the stories. She was very lucky to be alive, actually. A lot of people went into this crisis unit threatening her and all kinds of things. Yeah. What's up with my hair? Nothing's up with my hair. What's up with my hair? My hair is good. It was a very tough job. She was threatened a couple times with a knife. And, one of the times was comical. She had a guy in the crisis unit in the mental hospital that claimed he was Jesus, right? And at the same time, they had a guy in there who claimed that he was God. There's nothing on my face. What's on your face? So the guy who believed he was God took offense to the guy who said, you are not my son. And Jesus said, I am here and you are not my God. And then this is not a religious show. This is talking about two mental patients. And the God guy started lifting his hands going and started getting more energy. And he was going to cast this fake Jesus out of the mental hospital. Oh my God, I wish I was you too. What about my hair? I mean, what's on my face? What it's called a smile. There's no tooth problem. I'm getting new teeth coming. I'm getting press-on veneers. You're going to have a whole new look next week. I called the company. They said they're coming. I'm putting on brand new press-on veneers just for your edification. So you won't have to look at my cracked tooth. Just my face. There's nothing on it. Oh, yeah. What do you expect to have on a face? Should I have lesions? Ebola lesions or something? There's no hair transplant, man. I mean, this is the real deal. This is what it is. what is the deal here? I mean, every time I have hair that's kind of weird and funky, you say, what's wrong with your hair? And when my hair looks good, what's wrong with your hair? I mean, is that all you have to think about? Is that all you guys are thinking about right now, is just superficial things, not the future of your life? Do you even think about what you're going to do for food when most of the big food giant companies in America are owned by other nations? Are you even concerned? Or is it you just want to look at nude Snapchat images taken online by hackers? Are you even concerned about your future? The whites of my eyes are not dull. You know, you're getting a little too personal here. My ears look perfect. I'm perfect. I am going to get the ear flaps, though, for my new Obama's video. I've got a way of putting my ears out here like this. They're awesome. I've worked it out. Dude, there's something really wrong with you. I'm going to ban you from the room because all you do is make superficial, nonsensical comments. It's really kind of messed up. Let's deal with it here and now. Well, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Hey, so let's go in and check this out here. Yeah, where do you want to go on your little future search of the internet? Surely you want to go somewhere. Halloween, the Christmas teeth will be here. Cracked tooth. Wow. I apologize for my internet peers. They are weak-minded and result to insults and shock propaganda for attention. Eric Metal, thank you. And I appreciate you coming in here just to talk. When you have a chip in your tooth, you expose the dentin and pulp to bacteria, which causes decay, weakness, and it plops out. La da 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 da. Que sera, sera. The cracked tooth will come and go. Whatever will be. Hey, why don't you just stop worrying about the little details in life like a cracked tooth and focus on your cracked life or your president who was on crack? Why do you have to talk about nonsensical things like my tooth, which, by the way, will be a thing of the past in a couple days? Okay, I was going to do a search, but I forgot what I was going to search. All right. Let's just keep it to a moronic level tonight and just, yeah, focus on moron discussions. Thank you. Freedom Friday means you can act like a total freak or freakazoid or a moron. Louis, you don't have much going on in your head either. Your brain is like jelly, dude. Yeah. You know, I'm doing kind of a spectroscopic analysis of your brain pattern, your brain waves, and I'm getting a null curve, a zero curve. Your sine wave and cosine wave activities are very, very, very low. You got nothing going on. You have been a victim of fluoridation all your life. That's why I put this blob on the screen for you to look at. Yeah, I would worry about your president that was on crack. Yeah, Keys, that's a quote from me. Thank you. No, I'm not analyzing you. I am profiling you as a blip in a non-existent curve. It's a flat sine wave. I bet you make good money. That would be a good indication of your lack of intelligence. People that make good money aren't the smartest tacks in the block, believe it or not. They're the ones that are just nose to the grindstone, good worker bees, and they keep doing what they're told. And then they go buy things and they have to go buy more things. And they have to work harder. So saying you got money, make good money, shows me you got an IQ of about 92. You were never on crack? I never had crack cocaine with Monica Lewinsky. You're 53. David, tell us how much you owe Sarah. I don't owe her anything other than eternal happiness. I use a coconut-based shampoo with a little herbal scent of echinacea with ginkgo biloba. and a small amount of apricot peach. Thanks for asking. Sarah doesn't support me, dude. What world do you live in? Einstein doesn't have my intelligence level. He missed me by 1 point. Missed it by 1 point. Yeah, Einstein, he doesn't qualify as the brightest guy in the world. But that's okay. He's one of the brightest guys in the world. There's a lot of bright guys. There's the Bitcoin guru. He was pretty cool. Remember him? He never admitted to actually creating the algorithm that the Bitcoins were based on. But they claim this is the guy. All right, let's move on. Looks kind of like a turtle. It's not too good. Well, speaking of beautiful people, the beautiful people, what about Tammy Faye? She's looking good. You know, that's good makeup. That's pretty nice. I know. Nice. You notice how that flag went down my head makes you calm down a little bit? That's because you're mildly autistic and you enjoy the overall sameness of water drops floating out of the faucet. Take a look. This is the guy that brought us nuclear bombs. Brilliant, huh? What do you say? You really want to make him your idol in life. Yeah, she did look dead walking. I see her. Okay, what about this guy? I mean, smartest guy in the world, creating the possibility that we can destroy the world over 50 times over with a cobalt bomb or hydrogen bomb or atomic bomb. He brought us imminent doom. Smart, huh? Real smart guy. Yeah. Thought he could be God. Many of you don't believe in God. That's fine. Well, you know who this is? Because it'll test your IQ if you know who this is. First person that gets it has an IQ above 100. You know who this is? That's right. Love at First Type has an IQ above 100. Not Gene Simmons. Good for you. Somebody got it. Kidney, we know you got an IQ above 100. You're way up there. Max Headroom? No, not quite. Max Headroom's a different guy. His whole shtick is completely different. Let's just bring him up for a second. What do you say? Oh, here it is. The Max Headroom compilation video.
This is Max Headroom. And what you're about to witness is one of the most sinister sounding intros to a trailer to one of the greatest epics ever produced in the history of television. And there's more, because you are going to see it as well.
Yes, it.
Yes, it.
Yes, it.
Namely, the Max Headroom story.
The Max Headroom story.
And afterwards, that is directly following, I want to talk to you about something even bigger, namely, Max Headroom.
Max Headroom.
Sit back.
Sit back.
Relax.
And
enjoy
enjoy
my film.
All right. Hey, that was fun. How about that, huh? Bring it on back. All right, so let's talk about IMS. Thank you. It was prophesized in the early 80s that I would become a living example of an audio animatrized robotic presidential candidate. Designed by the Lawrence Livermore Laboratories, I was given the ability to be an ATP bot capable of responding to chat at any time. Okay, no audio, sorry. Not moron. I was trying to communicate to otherworldly forces just there. Could anyone read my lips? Thank you. David, how do you deal with the Ebola situation or other outbreaks? Stay 3 feet away from everyone. Do not touch anything. Do not touch yourself. Do not blow your nose. Do not think. Do not care. Cam up, Rodney. Peter, okay, great. Yeah, Peter, great. Thanks for calling. What is your concern, Peter, about the country, about the Ebola outbreak?
I'm going to say that's Albert Einstein.
You're going to be Albert Einstein for a moment? Okay, go ahead.
No, the picture is Albert Einstein.
Oh, that's correct, Peter. Yeah, we said that in the chat. That you're not allowed to answer the question with the answer that was published in the chat.
You won't let me in the chat.
Why not? I'll unban all.
Man,
It's terribly unbanal. Go ahead.
Albert Einstein.
Every single time I forget to turn the audio back on. No, I was talking to other worldly forces. I told you that. We have a different show going on at the same time with other people. We're not just in your chat room at Vaughn. We've got 3 or 4 other chat rooms we're responding to, and we have different responses for each one.
Einstein.
You are correct, sir.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Weird. I am tired of you. No. Sorry, but I'm endorsing Trump. All right, so let's ask ourselves the big question. Do you think it's time for an audio animatrized president who's a robotic president? Has the time come for a complete robotic president? Well, with the passing of Citizens United, it is now possible for a person to actually run for president. Yes, DT Laura, other worldly forces. A person can run for president and be a robot. That is entirely possible. Am I a robot? That is a ridiculous question. I refuse to answer such impertinent questions. Currently, my hard drive is defragging. I will soon go to default mode. Please respond in like manner. I was originally designed at the Lawrence Livermore Laboratory System. I am a 16th generation robotic presidential candidate. You're snorting, really? Okay, sorry. I'm just doing a little shtick here. Oh, Topper Dan, ready for a bad night. Would you show Shadows of Liberty on the after show program? But of course, Topper Dan. Why would I not? Hang on. Shadows of Liberty coming up. You have this linky? Bring linky to me now. Shadows of Liberty. Let's take a look at the film, Shadows of Liberty. Cam up, Rodney. Hey, Wolfgang, how are you? We haven't talked in a long time. Wolfgang Puck, everybody. Thanks for coming to the show. Yeah, I met Wolfgang back in 1981. Worst day of my life. He actually said, "You are a very strange man." And I said, "You know, you are a very strange man, Wolfgang." Let's take a look at the trailer. That's it. I knew it was it. I have instant command of all things.
All we ever get is a veil of distortion and lies and misrepresentations that obscure reality.
Good evening. We have a lot of news to tell you about. The 15.
Giant media corporations decide what is news and what is not news.
It is to control people's ideas, it's to control their imagination.
The news we rely on is in the hands of commercial enterprise.
If it didn't appear in the New York Times, Fox News, CNN, it never happened.
There are certain events in journalism that you may not cover.
There were incidences of physical abuse.
CBS decided this is not a story we're going to fight for.
All of a sudden, the plane exploded, and one guy goes, "Oh, do you think it's a missile?"
It was a complete act of deceit.
Well, we basically supported the Bush policy.
When that many people die, you owe it to them to find out what really happened.
Spying,
Censorship,
militarism, secrets, corruption,
power,
lies,
profit.
This is the mother of all scandals.
Corporations are making profit off the killing.
You cannot go against the White House and survive.
There has never been a conspiracy. wars really are started by the mainstream media.
Good trailer. Wow. Outstanding. That was outstanding. Amazing. So the wars are being started by the mass media. David, I'm trying to convince my boyfriend that you're worth voting for. Can you call right now? Yes. Have your boyfriend call me right now. Operators are standing by. This isn't some sort of a, you're not expecting me to, get involved with the two of you. I don't do threesomes. I never had a threesome in the White House. Never. Okay. Okay, back to Sarah's political chat. Sarah, we just saw a video trailer called Shadows of Liberty.
Interesting.
You can, wait, what? No, I was just saying, you're not trying to lure me into a relationship with you and your boyfriend. I don't get involved in that.
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, 535, I was thinking of cutting my hair around Christmas time.
Okay, this is a trailer. Yeah. I'd like to get a picture of a trailer. Let's see if I can get one over here. Trailer.
Well, because David is.
I've been able to find some really good deals on trailers lately. Yeah. You can get a trailer at like a fifth wheel for as low as $3,000 in America right now. You can get a fifth wheel, a 28-foot fifth wheel, or a little trailer like this. This is a song. A little small trailer. You get a trailer for a really good deal and live in it. Think about it. Trailer. Okay, so Sarah, what's on your mind? Let's talk about.
You were always on my mind.
I was singing Que Sera, Sera to everyone last night. Tonight. She has lots of love. You have like 3 lots.
I will have that in my will.
It's a travesty. So far, the president has not done anything to limit the kind of brutality that's been going on in cities like Ferguson, New York. There's all kinds of cases of people being shot. Just yesterday, a young man got shot in St. Louis, Missouri, again. So there's a lot of people very upset. And I don't think until we get a response from this president, we're not going to have any solutions. Obama has not come out with any plan at all. I have openly stated that I would limit funding to municipalities that allowed cops to remain on the force or to continue receiving money that have brutality charges against them. And they have to be credible brutality charges, like more than one witness. But anybody can say, hey, man, the cops beat me up, yeah, right. Sure. She looks radiant, I know. I'm going to let you guys talk to Sarah because I know you're tired of talking to me, and she's ready to talk to everybody. And bring in the links. Anybody who has an account at Vaughn can actually post a link. Guest 792, you cannot post links unless you get an account.
It's really easy to get an account, though. It's free.
Yeah. I don't think Obama's going to stay in office unless he declares martial law at the end of his term.
It is all those good meals David makes.
Yes, I'm going to probably step out and
get some dinner. I forgot to rinse out the bowl. I packed them in the things, and I'm going to put them
I'll clean out the fridge. I like to clean the bowls out.
Yeah.
I've been on a diet, everybody. I've been losing. I've been trying to keep my weight down because, like last week, I went through at least a gallon of ice cream, and the week before that, I went through another gallon of ice cream. And I checked the scale. Remember, I was telling people I was 220 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out I'm actually 320 pounds.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I know. I was shocked.
No, you're not.
Yeah. I've been building strong, sinewy muscle tissue.
I don't believe that.
My android characteristics have conformed to
Kevlar. I could believe if you're stainless steel because you look like you're beautiful.
My body is now converting to stainless steel, and my outer exoskeleton is comprised of Kevlar. It's getting thicker and heavier. I'm not lying. It's a joke. God, can't you take a joke? Move along. Okay, go talk to Sarah. Thank you.
Okay, well, then I guess it's working. David's pep talk worked. Encouraged me to smile more. All right. How are you all tonight? Are you getting ready for the weekends? Gonna come watch me again tomorrow night? I'm sure you are. Nobel Peace Prize Malala Yousafzai Kailash. They won a Nobel Peace Prize for fighting against child slavery. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. Yeah, for child slavery. And there's a story about the Texas Ebola patient was sent home despite having a 103-degree fever. Well, you know, the thing is in Texas, that's where he was treated. They just make sure you're still breathing, and then they, never mind, we don't, you're breathing, go home. They don't do a great job at treating people there, is what I've heard. Sorry, but I'm not a big Texas fan. I'm going to read a little bit more into that story. So, you know, I probably don't really dislike Texas that much. Just some of the people that I know in Texas. Young woman, what?
Tonight, as the Ebola death toll,
So
a green light. Now, in a new twist, the U.S. Supreme.
The medical records show that when he visited Texas Presbyterian Hospital in Dallas, he had a fever of 103 degrees and severe stomach pains. He also informed hospital staff he'd recently been to West Africa, but he was sent home nonetheless. That would be pretty funny. Ha ha ha. We are clever. Clever idea. That was an interesting little article about the nude Snapchat images that are being put online by hackers. Basically, what happened with that, there was a third-party app. So it wasn't like someone, you know, you could send your pictures, your wonderful pictures, through Snapchat to your friends. And of course, the whole idea behind Snapchat is after they read them, they disappear. However, unbeknownst to the chatters, there was a third-party app that was able to like basically spy on other people's chats. And that's how these pictures, these Snapchat pictures, were taken off Snapchat by hackers, and they posted some online. I haven't seen any of these pictures. Of course, I wouldn't look at that kind of disturbing imagery. But no, it's and they didn't say. They didn't say what third-party app it was, but Snapchat claimed that they strictly prohibit the use of third-party apps, but it was a third-party service that saves images who are threatening to release more online. And at least 100,000 private Snapchat photos are believed to have been accessed by the hackers. All my exes live in Texas. Something like that. Snapchat servers were never breached. They were allegedly victimized by their use of third-party apps that they use to send and receive the Snapchats. And Snapchat prohibits that in their terms of service. So they're like, hey, don't blame us if your pictures got online. Anyway, That's why I say that you have to be very, very careful about your digital footprint. When you go online, it's like leaving your front door of your house. It is not, you might be sitting in the privacy of your bedroom, but it is not private when you are online. You need to definitely realize that you are in public when you are online, and you should not be doing anything online that you would not want your parents to see, your grandparents to see, future employers to see. I mean, there are definitely now, because, you know, there was a period there where it was like some people were tech savvy, some were not. And some employers would check your history online and some would not. But now almost every employer will check your internet history, check your Facebook settings. And so, you know, make sure that your settings are set to private. Make sure also, if you have young children or you yourself, what you want to do is make sure your location services, it'll say this app would like to use your location to, you know, let people know where you're at or whatever. Make sure you go into your phone services and things of that nature, and make sure you turn off location services unless you absolutely want to use them, and realize that people can find out where you're at. It's pretty crazy. You are incorrectly using the word your. It has an apostrophe RE. The your you use 235 is belonging to you, where you are, you take out the A and the space and instead put an apostrophe in. I am a nerd. I love being a nerd. It's all good. Thank you. Congratulations yourself for getting kicked out of my room. Thank you. What is Tyson Punch Out? What? I don't want to know. Sorry, don't answer that. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a really good one because it's like you're a guest, but you have the coolest number ever. To infinity and beyond.
Mike Tyson has a game called Punch Out. Wow, I didn't know that. Well, yeah, people like math. Sarah likes math. We all use math.
I love math.
Yeah.
I totally, yes, totally. I didn't know that about myself until this year, but yes.
I'm a regular math user.
Totally.
Yeah, I've been using math a lot in my daily life.
Fractions.
I calculate how little I have left in my life.
Multiplication.
How many years I have left. I'm calculating how many years.
There's a cool video about how Chinese do math.
Oh, really?
It's
It'd
really
be different than anyone else?
Yep, it is different.
Why did Sarah lose her smile when Dave
I didn't
came
lose
back
my
on?
smile.
Everyone's smiling here. You was going to make a joke about math and meth, but don't forget it. Yeah, everybody else ran on that meth thing. Yeah, it was over. It's no longer fun anymore. We're watching Survivor for fun. That's how bad off life has become. We were actually going through Survivor series one by one on Netflix. No, Amazon Prime. That's right. Yeah.
I just got like a headache.
Oh, time to get out. She's getting flashing light headaches. This could be the trigger to like some sort of a major headache.
I know,
take a break.
It shouldn't be, but
Well, let's be clear. We all use meth. Many of us have snorted crack or smoked crack, like Barack Obama. Sure. You may have had a little bit of meth when you did a line of crack or coke or whatever you're doing. If you're freebasing and, let's defer. I don't know. I just don't want her to get a migraine. I don't know why Barack Obama has purple lips. I don't understand that. You know, I have to get some purple makeup now to imitate his purple lips. Yeah. Let me take a look. Purple Obama pics. You know, what would life be like if we had no person named Obama to talk about? We'd probably be building maglev rail trains right now. Yeah, I've got to get the lip tone down. I'm going to have to get some. I'm going to have to get some sort of lip gloss. All right. Well, let's be clear. Yeah, I'll have to do a little lip gloss on that. I'll work on the lip. I'll work on the lip gloss. Yeah. He's a crackhead. Well, you voted for a crackhead. Well, let's be clear. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to have to get some definite lip gloss. Thanks for telling me. All right. Yeah, I'm working on the tone of the skin. I've got Maybelline Dream makeup. It's exact skin tone of his. Has your blackface video as a profile. This is going to haunt you ever. Oh, I don't care. I want it to haunt me forever, 796. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The blackface video is all a part of a campaign. It's called guerrilla marketing. And I've had to do that because in 2008, no one wanted to talk about a third party in the mainstream media. In 2012, we didn't get any coverage whatsoever. No one wants to talk about a white man running for Congress. So I had to create a new character, Broken Saint Obamas. And now people talk about me. It's just a reality. I have to take the negative feedback, but I have the right to impersonate the president. Everyone knows that freedom of speech protects that. Well, for one, I'm not a racist. I've never said a racial slur in my life. I care about the plight of people of all different colors across the nation. I seriously believe that we can fix the situation in the inner city with a very great program called the Homestead Renewal Plan, which will help fix up cities like Detroit and Cincinnati. We'll be making all kinds of new opportunities for people to have pride and ownership, owning their own house, rebuilding neighborhoods, giving shovel-ready jobs. And unlike Obama, these jobs, I guess these jobs aren't going to be so shovel-ready after all. I look like a zombie for a second? Well, thank you. Hey, if you guys like cutting and pasting, try this one. You can go ahead and copy it. When I paste it, go ahead and hit Control-C, then Control-V, and copy it and do it again to get Rodney to cam up. Yeah, it's ridiculous for him not to cam up. We don't know if he's not Illuminati. Yeah, I cannot verify whether he's Illuminati or not. And the only way to verify it, you're not cammed up in a real way, Rodney. You started a show without your face in it, okay? Thank you. Boy, we got a lot of people really getting behind the Cam Up Rodney program. Thank you. Yay! And Rodney's going,
Yeah, discount. You really screwed me on this one.
Yeah, well, sorry, Rodney. It's not about you anymore, man. It's about people. People who need people are the wonderful people in the world. Good day, Senator. Oh, I didn't know I was a senator, Bubble. Yeah, anyway, cam up, Rodney. Come on, man. Well, let's be clear. Yeah, you know, and in order to get those shiny whites that he's got, I have ordered a brand new set of teeth that I'm going to bring in, and I'll be getting that same look. Yes, it'll be great. I can't wait. Yeah, I mean, that's a winning look, you got to admit. And they say I'm fixated on Obama. Isn't that ironic? Yeah, see, I need much bigger teeth. I talked to my Jewish dentist, and he said he could fix this one tooth, but it wasn't enough. I needed bigger real estate in my mouth.
I'm more fixated than on a certain other person than Obama. I am. Who? Nicole? Who I tell you? Butthurt police? What? This is a guy that really knows what he's doing. And you can just see that look of confidence in his eyes. It's that vapid look that nobody, you confused me. I like Jewish. I've never met a dentist that wasn't Jewish, except for that one Vietnamese woman that was a sadist. Well, I'd rather be more like Ronald Reagan myself. Afghanistan party, you're in. Thanks. Thanks for showing up. We were wondering where you were. Still doing the heroin thing, I hear. Well, you guys give a lot of money out to the CIA, don't you, when you sell that opium on the world market? Gosh. Well, let's be clear. Yeah, let's see if yeah. Ronald Reagan. Ronald Wilson Reagan. Now there's a good guy for you. Yeah, let's put some presidents behind me. Many of you think that Barack Obama is one of the greatest presidents in the country. The history of our nation. Would you put Obama way ahead of Reagan? I would. I think Obama is one of the worst presidents we've ever had. I don't know if Reagan's one of the best, but many people say he is one of the best. Nicole, have you ever asked your dentist if he's Jewish? It might be a little bit, forward of you to do that. But I wouldn't recommend it. Not cool. A concerted attack on the room. Not cool. Is that the deal? Yes. Well, it gives me a chance to ban you again. I guess I won't unban all next time. Thanks. You'll eventually have me trained too. President Clinton, I got to ban you. All right. Well, thanks for participating in our show, Afghanistan party, whatever you are. But you guys are not participating in a real way. Yeah, eventually you'll run out of names. How many did you make in advance this time? What do you spend all your time making names? Can you even call Obama a president? That's a good question. That's a very good question. The U.S. economy is in a state of downfall, but bull trade. Men are never trained, David. Trust me. It's the David Sponheim Daily Impression Hour. Well, I would like to be more like Ronald Reagan. I'd like to participate in the nation building without creating a nation that takes away our freedoms and our liberties. We want to get our country back on track, and the only way I can see doing that is to remove this president, Barack Obama, from the office, impeach the man, and get back to what really matters in our country. You didn't like Reagan? Okay. Well, make no mistake about it. We'll talk more like Barack Obama, and then you'll be more happy. You liked Reagan. I liked Reagan after I didn't vote for him. I voted for Jimmy Carter. I am the greatest of all times. Yes, I will be the best president that ever walked the face of the earth. I have to be. That was funny, Nicole. You remind me of a nurse that I remember, but I don't remember her anymore. I remember she looked like a nurse, but then she touched my fleshy thing, and, well, David, think you could take on Hillary? Taking on Hillary. Oh, that's a tough question. I know, wasn't that cute? Taking on Hillary. How do you take on a woman who is dentifying in front of the camera? When their face starts to fall off right in front of the camera, you know there's a problem about getting elected. Yeah. Well, no, I don't consider Jimmy Carter the worst president or the second worst president of the United States of America. I consider him a much better president than the one you have today. Now, someday soon, I'll be wearing my hats. Yeah. All
I did list after a Playboy magazine a couple times when Rosalind wasn't looking. I keep them next to the bathroom toilet for obvious reasons. As you were saying, Carter was adorable. I mean, you gotta love him. My impressions are not dated. I'm working on newer impressions of corpses that are long gone. Impression of Dennis Rodman? I'm working on it. I do a Snoop Doggy Dogg that nobody can touch, baby. Yeah, but we'll be doing that on the, the October 31st thing. I could do what about Roseanne O'Donnell? Maybe she's good. All right, let's just talk about politics, okay? Let's just get back on track. What's the first change you'll make when you become president of the United States of America? Bubble trip. I will be legalizing marijuana. That's the first executive order I'm going to pass. And for all intents and purposes, everyone will be allowed to do whatever they want at that point in terms of growing it. But if you sell it in the executive order I issue, there'll be a tax levied against anyone selling marijuana. And this will supersede the taxes of every state. So the state taxes will become null and void. We're going to make national marijuana a product which will be a resource for our nation to grow and create cannabis and hemp and ultimately use biodiesel and hempoline as a source of revenue for our nation. Well, it's very presidential. In fact, the best thing I can do right now to appease the American people, 58% of the country support legalization of marijuana. Do you think that Hillary or Barack would ever admit to smoking marijuana? Well, Barack Obama said he smoked marijuana most of his adult life, but he'd never, ever, being the hypocrite that he is, legalized it. Hillary's not going to legalize anything. Turn our nation into some sort of a Nazi concentration camp. Let's not forget the fact that the NSA is still very much the darling of Hillary Clinton. Remember this statement from Lindsey Graham, if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear? Well, it's the same kind of Hitlerian fascist statement that was made by Goebbels, the Minister of Public Enlightenment propaganda under Hitler's time. You have nothing to fear if you have nothing to hide. Well, this is not the country I want, and I don't want Hillary as my president. And I'm tired of listening to the lies of Barack Obama. And I happen to know for a fact that Ronald Reagan is dead. So you got to look at a brand new possibility for a president, somebody who's willing to step out of the box and not be hinged and tied to the teleprompter. The U.S. is already a dark cloud, but she'll make an even darker cloud, Ultra, but good use of words. David, who would you have to go up against to legalize weed? No one really, except maybe courts will try to attempt to make it illegal again. I don't think so, though. Well, I'll work toward allowing gun rights and supporting the Second Amendment. That's a solemn promise to everybody. I don't support any gun control. When I first started this, I was planning on, believe it or not, reinstating the assault weapons ban that Clinton had put into place. But I have turned around on that completely. I will not reinstate the assault weapons ban. Number one, we don't even know what assault weapons are. There's no real definition. I think Gary Johnson is a profiteer profiting from marijuana sales right now and production. He's got a marijuana growing operation. I think he's a capitalist. Gary Johnson is a capitalist. I don't need a guy who wants to profit as president. I need a president who we can trust to not focus on his own personal gain. I don't ever want to profit from marijuana production. I don't want to start businesses in marijuana production. The reason why I want to legalize it is so that everybody could grow it in their closet legally and not worry about the DEA. That everybody could actually produce it for their own personal use without having to pay money. A big difference between what goes on today. You see, dealers of marijuana and drugs don't want legalization. You know that 75% of the money the drug cartels in Mexico get comes from marijuana sales, not coca, not cocaine. I know, raising funds in LA, causing huge traffic jams. Obama's all about the Democratic Party, and he's just a stool pigeon for their reelection. We've got a tumor, two tumors actually, in our society. One is the Republican Party, and the other is the Democratic Party. And we're going to have to somehow bypass those tumors by breeding a new artery of blood flow to our economy and to our politics, and that would be a third party. So legalizing marijuana and a third party go hand in hand. Thank you, Pickle Fantasy. Anyone who says that I should rethink that, it's going to lose votes, no. 58% of the American people want legalization of marijuana. 58% is a significant number, man. So are all of you who want to bring back the same old, I'll be glad to give you a couple one-liners, you know? Hey, Dave, when's the show start? Hey, how's the lovely Sarah? If the guy can't cam up, I can't tell you if he's not Illuminati or not. Seriously. Well, thank you, 692. And I got to tell you, you know, we haven't had a lot of time, all of us, to take the topics of the day, like Ukraine and Syria. We do a show tomorrow night, an anti-war rally. I know, 58% is more than signed up for Obamacare, guest 841, true. It's not a brand. This is a Brandini. Yeah. It's a Brandini. Better than a brand. When asked what brand of tie I have, it's a Brandini. The best tie on earth. David, you should not know, everyone knows the time and way you are at. Well, I am at 6 to 9 every night, everybody. We do the 6 to 9 show. And that's Pacific time every day except Sunday, in which I take a day of rest. Now, if you are watching the Trinity Broadcasting Network, you'll be happy to tune in and catch some of our other work. Yeah, 6 to 9, everybody. Yeah, if it's good for you, it's good for me. 6 to 9. Let's do it. Make it happen. Okay, can we stop the corporate welfare? Yes, smoothly. There's more corporate welfare than welfare for average people. Believe me, I'm a social liberal mixed in with a fiscal conservative. So I don't like to see your tax dollars squandered, and I certainly don't like to see corporations sucking off of the government tit like we've got today. Well, I'm sorry that Paul died. It's a sad thing. But Jan's getting along much better. Are you Calvinist, really? Well, I don't really crossbreed religion and politics. No, I sleep in the Ebola containment zone. We constructed a room in our house that'll be the Ebola, like the wet room. Anyone suffering from Ebola can go in there. You see a couple of crossbreedings of, yeah, it's just me trying to help out here. So we saw a trailer. It was a pretty good trailer. Shadows of Liberty. Thank you for that. Topper Dan brought that in. And I was looking at other trailers. I thought tonight would be a good place to look at trailers on Craigslist. You want to? Anybody? Because you may be living in a trailer pretty soon. All right, let's do it. Craigslist. I want to see what I can get. I know this sounds a little avant-garde, but in the future, when you get old, you may want to, America's the winner, KHL. And stop spamming, please. God. When you get older, you're going to want to search for a fifth wheel with a push out, a slide out. Yeah, I know. It's the kind of thing that everybody should have. So let's see what kind of fifth wheels and slide outs we've got. Whoa, rapid, cool, instantaneous results. Isn't it amazing? Let's take a look at some of the best deals out there on the market today. It's a story of a guy named David who is telling people how they're going to live in a fifth wheel. And someday they're going to live in a fifth wheel and love it like they will. Okay, check this out. Let's see. $49.95, folks. That's pretty nice. Look at that. Wow, this you get the truck too. No, he's showing the fifth wheel. Okay, let's start at $49.95. For only $49.95, you can get a Jayco. Actually, I saw exact model that I'm looking at here. A 1994 I saw for $3,000 recently.
thank you. Wow, you're telling me. So, but you can get a rig like this, folks. You can get a rig like this. You can an RV like this. That's right. I'm already practically a senior citizen right now. I'm 54 years old. If you see my lips moving, it's because I'm talking. I'm not traveling anywhere. I'm just saying, hey, look at this, man. I mean, check it out. You got your slide out. This is a $5,000 living room. Check it out. Seriously. Nothing's wrong with it. I'm telling you, you guys can get some good deals right now. It's a buyer's market. Thank you. I don't hope to look a day over 60. Gosh, I know I look pretty old for my age, but you got me on that one. I worked on their ladders, Jayco. Yeah, Eric Metal worked on their ladders. Hey, Eric, how you doing? And you know Patrick Metal, Eric? Yeah, Patrick Metal needs some work. They're running out of business right now. Half-breed. Half-breed. Well, that's pretty good. Check it out. Now, this here's your queen-size bed with your his and hers closets for all your special stuff like your paperwork. And you got your walk-in bathtub shower combo. Check it out. It's pretty nice. Oh, look at the little toilet there. Yep. Now that's class. Check it. No, there's deals like this all over the internet. I kid you not, man. Okay. We just looked at that. Let's look at Trulia.com. Let's take you to a house that you can get into for only $25,000 total. Are you ready for this? That's what I'm talking about, baby. You could buy a beautiful house. Where do you want to live? What city do you want to live in? Well, thank you, Emma. I have a very smooth skin. I use Kiss My Face shaving cream. I can't afford Ed a trailer. If I start giving people like Ed trailers, you know, think of the money that I'd have to spend. We're going to be neighbors, Bog Monster. Wow. Where do you want to live? What you want to go to Oregon? Portland, Oregon. Okay, Portland, Oregon. It is. You know, I thought, have you guys seen Portlandia? Hilarious, hilarious comedy on Netflix. Absolutely hilarious. Okay, let's check this out. Minimum price, say 20,000. Maximum price, say 30,000. Let's see what pops up in Poland. No. Okay. There's only a few properties here, folks. Okay. When was the last time you crap in your pants? And that's not a very good political question. Okay, here's more details. Oh, yeah, we better widen our search for it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a few trees. You get a lot of lots for that. But let me widen my search grid to 50,000. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of spendy. Since I'm looking on the internet, I'm feeling kind of loosey-goosey with my money. Cam up, Rodney. Cam up, Rodney. Cam up, Rodney. We counter all free Rodneys with the Cam up, Rodney hashtag. So please, Cam up, Rodney. We got to know for sure if he is Illuminati or not. Did you see that drone video of detail? That is really disgusting. I can't believe you just said that. Ooh. Okay. Obama probably did. He sure dished out a lot of crap. He lied about his citizenship to all of us. A citizenship. Citizenship. I mean, I can't even say the word citizenship. Well, I believe that Barack Obama is not a U.S.-born citizen. Well, Ed, we'll cam you up instead. Let's get Ed back in the show. DT Laura, are you cute there? And Mad Dog's in too. Sean Connery. I don't think Sean Connery's made any movies lately. He's too busy being a person from Scotland. Sean Connery really shocked me when they said he was from Scotland. I thought he was from Wales. Okay, we're going to check on these houses in just a second. Let's get DT Laura in and Mad Dog. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and participating in our JustCast.
Let's get them on the screen so they can participate. Now, these folks are, they're not that, brazen, but they're willing to put video out there on the screen. Sean Connery did not die years ago. He's still alive. Sean Connery is probably going to do another 007. So that's a great tie, isn't it? It's a Brandini. Thank you. Okay, let's look for houses. What do you say? This is on El Dorado Drive, 35,000. You can have this house here in Portland, Oregon. Am I speaking your language here, folks? Is this nice or what? Look at those nice white painted cabinets. Such a deal. This could be like a telethon marketing plan for real estate. Nice curved cabinet. You can see you getting behind that for $35,000. Sean has Alzheimer's. I didn't know that. Okay. I don't know about the clutter, but you just imagine the place without your grandma's loafers and an organ that nobody used since 1968. Yeah. No, this could be a manufactured home. I don't know. Yeah, it's a manufactured home. But it's nice. Whatever. It's got a backyard. See? It's a nice manufactured home. Okay, let's try something else. We might find a stick frame, you never know. Here's a stick frame. Oh, it's another mobile. Hang on. Well, I got a condo for you. Hold that thought. That's another mobile. Yeah, you're going to get a mobile for that price, generally. Here's a condo. It's a story of a guy named David who wanted to have his own show but was denied with spammers and tackers. He couldn't have his show. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, let's take a look at this place. Full screen. Yeah, that's not bad. Not sure why it's not moving. Okay. I guess they're rendering. All right, so any place else you want to go to besides Portland, Oregon? I can do really much better in terms of value if we went to Las Vegas. What do you say we go to Vegas? Anybody? Okay, I'd like to go to Vegas. I'd like to the coming show, our Thanksgiving special in Vegas. Wouldn't that be awesome? We could do it at Mandalay Bay. Viva Las Vegas.
We could do our Christmas show.
Christmas show could be Vegas. Yeah, that would be great. We could take the Beamer down there. That'd be awesome. Okay,
Yeah,
50,000.
be ready.
Oh, yeah, really. I know, the bulletproofing takes a long time. Okay.
So you're gonna just start a dodgeball game at your office on Monday? You're gonna go, man, every time I come in here, it's just so bright.
Why don't you get some sunglasses on? Try these. Okay.
I couldn't get my own sunglasses.
Well, I can actually take the light down a little bit. I know. It's that compact fluorescent light. It's a dirty energy, they say. Compact fluorescence folks. Start replacing your bulbs with LEDs. Seriously. All right, let's take a look here. 37,000. This is not bad. Possible duplex opportunity. Yeah. It's decent. North Las Vegas. It was a crack house for a little while, but you could make a lot of things look a lot nicer even if there was a crack house there. All right, let's move on. This whole real estate segment is boring me. All right, let's talk about something in the news. All right. One of the things that goes on in our society is our attention is diverted constantly, and a lot of you are basically diverted. Your attention is diverted. So the Ebola victims' belongings have been burned in Port Arthur by the environmental cleanup crew that went out there. What I want to know is, this is the question I have. When the cleanup crew went into Duncan's home and started cleaning up Duncan's little place,
Yeah, they were actually wearing hazmat suits. I want to know where their hazmat suits went. It's not boring me, it's boring you. Let's find out the guy who, by the way, was not a U.S. citizen, like many of the liberal press announced. Let's find out what the guy like that who knew he had Ebola decided to go to America to get treatment. Let's see what he's all about. That's a little retro moment of him. When the hazmat suits were taken into his apartment, basically, what happened to those yellow hazmat suits? That's what I want to know. Seriously, does anybody know? Did they burn the hazmat? Did they wash them? I'll bet they're using the hazmat suits over and over again. That's called cross-contamination. Did they burn the hazmat suits? Seriously. Were they? Does anybody know? Well, the Ebola victims' belongings burned in Port Arthur, but not the hazmat suits. A Texas incinerator has destroyed drums loaded with items believed to have been contaminated by a man with Ebola. Viola North America says the drums taken from a Dallas apartment where Thomas Eric Duncan became ill were destroyed Friday at the company's incinerator in Port Arthur. Viola says its incineration process destroyed viruses and pathogens with temperatures ranging from 1,500 to 2,100 degrees. A crew of 15 people spent 4 days at the apartment where Duncan had been staying when he developed Ebola-related symptoms such as vomiting and diarrhea. They wore protective suits with gas masks while filling about 140 barrels of mattresses, Duncan's sheets and carpet from the entire apartment. Duncan, who carried the virus with him, died Wednesday. Okay, no mention, Sarah, no mention of actual burning of the hazmat suits. Seriously. They should have burned them, but did they say they burned the hazmat suits? No.
You sound like me, our art pounder.
You look a little like Yoko Ono.
Except I'm not the first-time viewer.
Just give peace a chance.
Yeah.
Yoko and I are doing a loving tomorrow on Saturday. Yoko and I are going to do a little loving. Yeah, so Sarah and I will be doing our anti-war rally tomorrow, in which we endorse the use of UAVs and robotic unmanned vehicles. We're not going to do impressions that are just of any particular background. The only reason why I impersonate a person of black nature is because Barack Obama is black, okay? Now, if Barack Obama was Chinese, I would have to do some sort of a Chinese thing. Well, let's be clear. We can't do that. That would be politically incorrect. I'm going to ask you kindly to not do a spam in the room. I'd appreciate that. Well, thank you. Now, Sarah's going to come into the room and act like Yoko Ono or whatever. Sarah is a woman. I am a man. Can we just get that established for the future so there's no question about that ever in our historic future? Seriously. I mean, the way people are and the way that, you know, people start questioning. Did we lose chat? Okay. Let's see if we lost it. Good.
If Amber gets Ebola and is diagnosed, she would have to go into the hazmat suit.
Yep. We should have a little hazmat suit for Amber, it's true. We don't have a Tyvek suit for Amber, but she would freak out in a Tyvek suit. You know. Should we start making pet hazmat suits? What do you say?
Little hazmat houses.
I'm thinking that's not a bad niche market. We could sell it on eBay. Have your little cat or dog little miniature hazmat suit.
Your animal, your friendly pet, is not exposed to Ebola when you are.
Animals can get it, yeah. So what about little? Yeah, there's going to be some pooches that are going to need hazmat suits. Everybody. So if you guys are, you could buy some hazmat material. Let's look up hazmat material and see if it exists. Hazmat material.
What? At 8. What are you talking about, 481? I'm not following your conversation. But then it looked interesting. Then I'm like, what?
I think it's Tyvek is what they use. Yeah.
Tyvek.
Yeah. So let's see what a roll of Tyvek costs. Roll of Tyvek. Home wrap. Oh, yeah. See? You get a whole 165-foot, 3-foot roll of it.
Well, Tyvek's what they wrap houses with.
I know, but you could wrap people with it too.
There you go. You could.
So just get some cheap Home Depot variety Tyvek home wrap and start a sewing machine and start making some dog hazmat suits. Think about it. I'm trying to give you a possible idea of income. Whatever. Just work out the details. That's what life's all about. Figuring it all out. Saran wrap that's more of a fetish thing. Oh, I'm sorry, I said a bad word. And it's Friday. I better not say bad words. The word fetish is now off limits. Okay, well,
just creating little Tyvek houses for for pets.
Oh, you've done that kind of work? Well, you seem like you know a lot. Waste collection companies take the suits to disposable areas to be burned, supposedly. Yeah, right. So some guy at the, Louis Hazardous Waste Disposal and a strip joint, he's going to go ahead and waste a perfectly good suit, but he could probably just rinse it off and expect it to, be not have Ebola all over it,
Okay, Bog Monster.
Well, there are those types of companies. You don't talk to people in the mafia and discuss anything but waste management.
Eric Metal says Tyvek lets air in. It's breathable. It's not for hazards.
So I better get rid of our Tyvek suits then. I was told that our Tyvek suits are impervious to any leaching of anything down to 1 micrometer of a micron, 1 nanometer. Sorry, I forgot. You spend too much time online. You should come to our show tomorrow night where we have the 12-step chataholic session where we help you wean yourself off of chat.
Yeah, we don't drink. That's okay, Bog Monster. You can enjoy it on your own. Could you make me a virgin pina colada? Thank you.
Hazmat suits can be disposable, but I'll bet you that Louis didn't really decide to, get rid of the hazmat suits. I'll bet they're sitting around. What are we going to do with those hazmat suits we used on that Ebola guy? I don't know. They cost a lot of money. That money is not easy to come by. Okay, well, let's just rinse them off and we'll see if we can use them again. Yeah, I don't see a lot of oversight here. I don't see verification. Now, you all know that Naomi Wolf, a famous journalist, has openly questioned the validity of the ISIS reports. And now her story has been scrubbed. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Her story's been scrubbed. Yesterday's story was scrubbed. Look at that. Oh, here it is. Okay. Naomi Wolf is one of the few journalists that is actually doing her job. And her job as a journalist is to ask questions like, do you have any corroborating evidence that these men of ISIS, of the journalists that had their heads cut off, indeed had their heads cut off? Well, let's be clear. Naomi reacts to the ISIS conspiracy theories after questioning authenticity of beheading victims. All right, you're learning some politics here. I know this is a little bit harder than just laughing and talking about nothing. But yeah, Naomi Wolf is doing her job and asking for verification because nobody's ever verified any of these stories. She stirred controversy after posting a series of comments on Facebook in which she questioned the authenticity of the ISIS beheading videos and suggested that they had been staged by the U.S. government. She went on to query whether ISIS, also known as the Islamic State, victims and their parents were actors, while in a separate deleted post, she asked a New York Times journalist to verify that the murder of Americans and 2 Britons had actually happened. Furthermore, the best-selling author, who has worked as the former advisor to Al Gore and Bill Clinton in the past, mused that sending American soldiers to West Africa to help stop the spread of Ebola was all a ruse to justify military takeover of the region. She wrote, the U.S. benefits from us being so damn scared so that our intelligence agencies can take away the last of our freedoms on behalf of corporate interests.
But she wrote this in her Twitter account?
Yeah.
Did you access her Twitter account? Is that what happened? No,
I just think Naomi Wolf is pretty cool.
Did you hack it? No.
I just think she's pretty cool. I don't hack anything.
I know. You don't hack anything.
No, I'm not a hacker.
She must be a fan of your show.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she's looking to
you should feel proud.
Expand out. Yeah. Well, you never know. At least somebody's out there talking.
You should Twitter her. You should tweet to her and be like, "I'm a fan of you.
Well,
you should be a fan of me."
She's a fan, all right. She's a nice person. I mean, I think she's a.
I mean, look, she's a brunette. There you go.
Yeah, well, she kind of looks like you, Sarah. It's ironic.
She could take over.
Well, I don't know about that, but she does look a lot like you. I think we might have another Naomi Wolf here. Yeah.
There you go. You can just host the show with Naomi.
No, that would not be proper.
Why not? I mean, at least you'd agree with everything.
No, she wouldn't agree with anything. I don't need somebody to agree with me all the time. That's the thing. Look at the name of her new book. What's her new book? Naomi Wolf thinks Edward Snowden is a false flag. That's exactly what I've been saying. Wow. That's amazing. He's blushing. New York Magazine. Look at that. Well, I must say this author, social critic, and political activist is definitely he's definitely somebody who
you should contact.
We should contact in the press for sure. Well, he's an American hero to you, Topper Dan, because you want to release him from jail after committing espionage, even though he's living free in Moscow. What did Heinlein say? I never learned anything from someone who agreed with him. Yeah, there you go. Julian Assange is another guy who's very easily bought off. Oh yeah, I've heard from fairly good sources that he's viable. So if Julian Assange or Edward Snowden were buy-offs or false flags, what was the government trying to do? Well, they may have been slipping false information out as legitimate, true information. Yeah. What a better way, what better vehicle to slip out disinformation than through somebody claiming to be revealing the truth about the CIA? Interesting, huh? Makes you really wonder. Makes you think. Well, I'm sick of being lied to and manipulated by corporate leaders too. I'm very angry that the criminal justice system is violating due process. But I'm not here to pass sweeping statements and like blow it off in the wind, pretending like I'm going to solve everything. I'm not going to be able to free everyone from Guantanamo. In fact, in 2008, I even said there's no way Obama can release everybody from Guantanamo. And sure enough, after 2 years, I proved right again. I was the one that said 2 months before Obama started surgical strikes in Iraq that he needed to do that. And sure enough, I was right. Surgical strikes did work in Iraq. But I never wanted him to use them in Syria, pressing deeper into a potential tinderbox, a war with Russia and Syria. I'm just pushing truth, man, and people are just tapping into it. We can have democracy, but we need an informed citizenry. It's an absolute essential ingredient to a good democracy. All right, I'm going to step out and use the restroom. Sarah's going to talk for a bit, and then I'll finish the day off with more heavy-hitting comments. You can change the flag, too.
No, I don't mind it. It's fine. I think David should Twitter to Naomi Wolf.
I'm going to Twitter Naomi Wolf tonight.
Yeah.
That's all I'll be doing late at night tonight.
What's that? Is there a thing like whatever tweeting, but that, you know what I'm saying. Maybe. Hi, Ted DG72. Assange put out information about the big bad American army killing civilians, and media in the world cried foul. Assange showed proof of Iraqi chemical weapons. Not a peep. Wow. Interesting. Please do not cut my hair short. I won't be cutting it short. It would be only like this long. Or, something like that, like shoulder length. If I have like a foot beyond that, I could cut off. I'll only be cutting a foot off my hair. No. Okay, we'll see. I don't know. I did cut a foot off last Christmas and it was fine. It happened just the other day. You almost cut your hair, but now you didn't. You decided to keep it long. Yes, well, Giraffe Brain, I have what I do is I don't donate it right away because, you know, I don't donate my hair right away, but I do save it so that when I pass away, then in my will, I have written in my will for that to go to Locks of Love when I pass away, my whole stash of hair. Actually, it's okay. Mutely, Muttley. Yes, I remember that, Dan, for sure. Don't cut off my hair? Okay, I'll grow it out. I know. So true, Dan. Our news is gotten pretty bad. Yeah, it'll be a pretty big collection then. Oh, you're digging my look with my sunglasses? I couldn't stand the little bright lights, so I decided to put on my sunglasses. They're prescription. Oh, the black holes. Is that what you're talking about, 481? I keep it in an envelope ready to be mailed to Box of Love. Yeah, I couldn't stand the big bright lights. I was getting like a migraine Rub-a-Duck, so, and then I went and took a nap, and then when I came back, I was like, oh, the lights are so bright. So I put on the sunglasses. They're helping. Yeah, I actually liked Colin Powell himself, but his son, ugh. Yeah. No, it wasn't Colin Powell I liked. Who was it that I liked? I liked the general under, I have to look up. What do they call them? The lead general under Clinton. Cohen. That's who I like. Cohen. Cohen was my favorite general. No, not Wesley Clark either. Wesley Clark's okay, but I really liked Cohen. Like a lot. But you're right. Colin Powell was like, idiot. Oh, sorry. And his son was even worse. Son was like a corporate stool pigeon. You took pictures around the sun and you verified the moon location at least once. Did I have a crush on General Cohen? Well, I liked Cohen. I'll say that much. I really liked him. I thought Cohen would have made a really good president, actually. Ew, I don't know, 351. Oh, I really don't know. No. Well, the Coen brothers are good too, but I'm talking about General Cohen. Also, my little brother, he had a really good kindergarten teacher named Cohen. So maybe that's why I liked that name. And I actually helped out in his kindergarten class. Wow. That's pretty interesting. Welcome, Asset DJ. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, he was the model of the modern major general, and now there hasn't been anyone quite like him since since he was in office. Yeah, we need people to speak out and tell the truth and reveal things. I mean, David is one of those people, or wants to be, I guess, to reveal the truth.
What do they do with factory workers? The Chinese?
What
do they do with the factory?
He was saying that the Nike has Vietnamese factory workers. They only pay them a few cents an hour, and they have thugs beat up anybody that leaves the line.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, there's sweatshops still operating under the radar around the world. It's seriously messed up, and capitalism has spawned this consumerism, which really is not even working properly, because we have things that are made to just get destroyed, built-in obsolescence. Almost everything we get now from China, it seems to break in 6 weeks to 6 months.
Don't take a seat. Sorry, I was putting my feet up.
My catchphrase should be "act right." Right.
No, I haven't really paid attention. Muttley, is that right? Anyway, maybe I should check it out.
I wouldn't doubt that their fiscal policies are failing in Kansas. Both parties are actually tied heavily to spending, and they enlarge the debt of every state.
Muttley, okay. Kansas shakeup, Dems GOP Senate takeover bid.
Yeah, I remember the crack epidemic. Yeah, that's right. And the Iran-Contra affair that Reagan never was held accountable for. Yeah. Now, the disposable economy is going to nip us in the bud and basically going to take us and bite us in the butt.
Have you heard of David's idea of like suicidings, Dan? That maybe these great, awesome journalists aren't really committing suicide. Instead, there are hitmen that are going in and taking them out.
Suicidings, they call them. October is Zombie Preparedness Month in Kansas. Yeah, I heard about that, Blood Moon. Yeah, we don't really think it's a joke like the governor of Kansas thinks. He's going to use it to kind of prepare people. He's using it as a scam, kind of like to get people to think more about safety.
I didn't know that Asset DJ was Boink.
Boink is Asset DJ, yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's so sad.
Kind of sad. Some girl from Battle Camp committed suicide recently. Really? Oh my gosh.
So a Democrat dropped out of the Senate race in Kansas.
Yeah, the Democrat Chad Taylor dropped out of the Senate race in Kansas at a counterintuitive result. It made it more likely that the Democrats will retain control of the U.S. Senate in the 2014 midterm elections. That's interesting. Well, if the Republicans get their act together in the next few days, we could see a resurgence of Republicans in the Senate, but it's unlikely things are going to change as we roll forward to 2016. The zombie apocalypse is taking place in everybody's backyard, with Barack Obama allowing Africans to come into our country over our airplanes.
So what do you think of the independent out there then, Muttley? What do you think of
I'm not concerned myself.
Conservative radiologist
Greg Orman?
Basically, Kim Jong-un has had a serious gout in his feet from eating too much candy and Dorito chips while playing Xbox 360. And he may be drinking a little bit. I think what they're going to try to do is get him on a new diet. He's probably at a health spa right now working through his problems. He'll be back up and running soon. Or his sister will take over and then reach out to South Korea and form a tie, and maybe they could have some trade. That would be kind of cool. Hey, Black Kitty. Yeah. I want to thank you very much, by the way, Black Kitty.
I mean, if he wants to go with Bernie Sanders and Angus King, he sounds like a pretty good guy for sure.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders is okay.
They say it increases the Democrats' chance of retaining the Senate because if this third-party candidate, Democrat turned independent Greg Orman, wins, then that would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, but off the chain is he had to retain power, so killing his aunts and uncles was just his way of making sure nobody would stab him in the back. But now that he developed this gout in his foot, he's trying to remediate in a kind of a health spa environment. I wouldn't doubt he's in Tahiti right now. You did 2 days earlier, good.
So what's his fiscal? So there's a guy that is a senator in Kansas who doesn't even like Kansas. What, he just moved there because the Republicans are like, oh, well, you want to be a senator? Well, we need senators in Kansas. We need somebody to represent us in Kansas.
Yeah.
And then you can move to whatever state you want once you do that for a few years. What happened? Because that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, we know who you are, Rodney. You can't hide behind the boink here statements. Come on, dude. I mean, he's coming to the show now as Asset DJ. We know who he is. It's kind of funny. I know you're not boink, dude. You're Rodney hiding under the boink cloak. Nice try, though, I got to admit. But you didn't fool me, man. I can spot a fake chatter a mile away. In fact, if you're having some chat problems, folks, and you're suffering from addiction to chat, your life needs to go in one more direction. We need to get you into our 12-step plan tomorrow from 6 to 9. We'll be discussing how you can wean yourself off of your chat addiction. So please come in and spend all 3 hours chatting away, and we'll help you with your affliction.
He's been a senator for 37 years, but he doesn't even live in Kansas?
Yeah, he has. He loves cheese, I know. He broke his ankle after he put a little extra weight from regular consuming of imported cheese, I know. All right. Came here 15 minutes before draft broadcast started.
Wow.
Great, thanks. Yeah, people who are addicted to chat, we really have some solutions for that. We'll do a little meditation, and you'll begin to realize that there is life outside of the chat room.
So, Blood Moon, you live in Kansas too, and Muttley lives in Kansas. Awesome. We've got Kansas people.
We got Kansas people. That's good.
So, and then I'm reading a little bit.
Yeah, I know, Blood Moon. They're engineering viruses, bioengineering viruses, and they've been doing it since Plum Island. There's a new place out in Kansas, by the way. You guys are out there. A town called Manhattan, Kansas. You might know where it is. Is now the host to a brand new bioengineering facility the government is funding. In case you didn't know. You might want to park your body about 50 clicks away, just so you're aware of the zombie apocalypse that's coming. I'm not trying to frighten you. I'm only trying to alert you to the possibility that your government may not be doing everything according to plan. Oh, you're not, Rodney? Okay. Really? Okay. But you're not Boink either, are you, Asset DJ? I sense deception. Thank you. I knew you. I knew you were not Boink. I knew that. I sensed it. I could be a profiler. Anyway, let's move on to the shock and disbelief stage. Okay. I'm shocked and I'm totally in disbelief that this country has still allowed African direct flights into our country. Yeah. You're Rodney, dude. Yeah, I knew you were. You are Rodney. See? And you're drunk, Rodney. He's been drinking and he comes in as Asset DJ whenever he's got too many snoots under his barrel. Well, I'm glad we haven't had too many phone calls tonight. This has been kind of relaxing and mild. I don't mind any show we get, even if it is talking about things that we can't control, like drone captures ISIS member having sex with.
This is more important. The Brownback, what so there's this Governor Brownback who was a U.S. Senator for 14 years.
Yeah.
And then he was a 2008 presidential candidate.
I remember that.
He became a governor in Kansas, and then he started making huge changes in Kansas. He pushed through legislation to cut taxes and spending.
Yeah,
he eliminated state jobs. He denied applications for welfare, and he tightened abortion regulations, loosened gun rules. So basically, really ran it like a conservative.
He promised that the efforts would drive economic growth and stabilize Kansas' budget, create jobs. He said he's in the
but now
back pocket.
It's reporting $300 million shortfall, revenue shortfall, poverty rate increase.
Yeah. But you know, that's pale in comparison to what Washington is. Washington has a massive $12 billion a month shortfall. And I've calculated it over the past 6 years. Washington State went from 12 or 16 billion to $90 billion in debt. 90 billion in debt of Washington State. California State is $542 billion in debt. And they were 26 billion 6 years ago. So all the states are sliding into debt massively. I mean, it's almost overwhelming how fast they're going. And I don't believe that the economists are tracking a lot of the real municipal bond issues that are looming right now. They're going to strangulate the market, forcing money market accounts to completely go belly up. 401ks could suffer as well, because they're bearing the burden of a lot of that money-backed securities.
He wants to do more on child poverty, but he's denying welfare applicants. So
now, let's not forget Tyler Perry either. Good point. Tyler Perry. Let's not forget Tyler Perry. Meanwhile, campaign finance reports released Monday showed that Davis has raised $1.1 million for his campaign. Interesting. Well, I'm not really worried about Kansas politics right now. And if it flips to the Democrats, or either way, it's not the final story here. It's one of the many states that could fall to the Republicans in this coming up election. I was never a Republican, but I'm so unhappy about the Democratic Party and how they've mistreated the Republicans and any dissenting opinion that I'm convinced that a restoration of justice and constitutionality is coming. And I think the Republicans could lead the way in that department, seriously. I'm not a guy who just wants to create a third party because I want to take away what the Republicans and Democrats have. That's not my intention. I actually honor some of the best qualities the Republicans have and some of the best qualities the Democrats have. What, are you missing something?
No, but you know how our clock was always off?
Yeah.
Now it's accurate.
I reset it.
Oh, you reset the clock?
Yeah, I set the clock the other day. I reset all the clocks.
Thank you.
Well, it's only interesting because it's been all Republicans since the 30s. Now they're being challenged. I know. Kansas has always been corny in Kansas. You know, anything can fly. You look at states that have been predominantly Democrat, like Minnesota, picking a guy named like Jesse Ventura as a governor. I mean, there's some odd ducks out there in American politics that could switch in this coming up election. I don't put the Tea Party away either. They have a strong contingency in the country and could very well have a good, strong showing for the Republicans. Seriously. Oh, really? They're being challenged? One of the guys is independent? Good.
No, it's actually Amber.
I hope that we have more independent people running and winning, obviously. Well, I really believe that the other politicians told him he could pass a bill like that only if it were about zombies.
Or my cat was named after my ring.
Okay. Well, it worked for his public relations firm. Yeah, our cat is named after our ring, and Sarah probably needs a night to sleep, so she's going to rest and sleep on my shoulder while I finish the show. Yeah, I know. And we're praying that everything is safe. Stay at least 3 feet away from people, unless you have a lover or a loved one that you want to be closer to. Rodney, the flag had a big part of it. Yeah. I'm going to ban you just simply because you can't welcome here anymore. Yeah. I think we need to play some music. Our head has been too cognitive today. We've been too fixated on. I almost believe it's the times we're living in. It prevents reflection and enjoyment and peace. You know, it kind of holds us back from what we really should be doing as humans, which is sojourning with nature. We have a great background for our show as we head into the winter. Thanks everybody for coming into our show tonight. It's been a very peaceful night for some weird reason. I think the human species is readapting to the new times again, and that's what we do best. We readapt, adapt to new and changing environments. Ebola allowed to come into our country willy-nilly, no restrictions other than a temperature. They checked their temperature at the airport. A person could be harboring Ebola for 21 days and come in completely without any symptoms. We talked a little bit about Max Headroom tonight. We talked about how the show is going to go more in that direction. It's possible that we will have a resurgence, you know. So that'll be fun when we get into that modality. I can't wait. Anyway, in the meantime, we'll be normal people as best we can and try to live our normal life until we adapt and become true androids, free at last of our human skins. Well, you don't have to be bad. You can leave
I mean,
tonight.
I'm going. Good night.
Good night, Sarah. Sleep well. I'll be playing some videos for all of you to sojourn with nature and be with your family in these troubled times. Many of you are wondering why such a somber tonality. I don't know. I just feel like there's something weird going on in River City, and I cannot control it. But tomorrow night, we are going to do an anti-war rally with a tilt on getting some semblance of intelligence back into our intelligence service and figure out why they're leading us astray and why our government seems to be working for moneyed interests, not the people. Because there's no reason for us to be in Syria, no reason for us to be in Ukraine. Yeah. Fare thee well, Lady Sarah, Ticking Time Bag says. Topper Dan, I'm not disagreeing with you about that. One of my biggest concerns is the fact that we are in Afghanistan for nefarious reasons, supporting warlords that sell opium, end up causing overdoses in kids, young people. A guy I know whose friend just lost their 24-year-old son to a heroin overdose just last week. What? A spear in your hand? That's a little weird. Yeah. But spear in your hand? That sounds a little racist. Anyway, so yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so everybody's going to have a good weekend, hopefully. I can't believe it's finally, you know, a Saturday, Sunday opportunity. A long week, it seems, for a lot of people. I don't know why. Indeed. It's winding down, yeah. But you notice there's something, you know what this is? This is the calm before the storm. That's what this is. That's what it is. I know it. I can sense it. Something about it. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more fun stuff like the Max Headroom impersonation stuff. Yeah, that's definitely on my list. For sure. So I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight. It's the end of the show. We'll play this video clip for you. It'll be kind of fun to watch, a little retro of Max, and kind of figure out what to do, what to talk about for tomorrow's anti-war rally. Hopefully we'll have a better week, and hopefully this virus will not spread. And hopefully Armageddon isn't coming, because it sure feels weird where they're preparing all of these different things with no real reason or rhyme or reason. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, yes, significantly down 115. Thanks, 2014. I am going to show the thing you posted. Where is it? Sure. Okay. Yeah, Fin Shark. Absolutely. Thank you for giving us something to show. Anti-robot page. Okay. Hide the ads? Yeah, hide the ads. All right, good night, everyone. Take care. Enjoy the videos. And thanks for coming in. It's been fun. Why is there a sell-off? That's pretty obvious. People are not very confident in the market right now. Bad leadership from Barack Obama and a combination of factors making people a little skittish. I'll take a peek there, DT Laura. Thank you. Oh, the content is currently unavailable when I click the link. Sorry. Yeah, that's weird. Let me try it again. Yeah, content unavailable. Preach is Brother David. Thank you, Graybeard, for coming in. Someone is selling off stocks and futures rapidly, yeah. Well, there's a sell-off because people have lost confidence in the sham. They could only print money so long, and then they had to come up with another excuse like a war or a false flag event to our attention. So if you're trying to, just survive, be aware that these are diversion tactics that are being used. And you need to focus on building a supply of food for your family, emergency supplies, medical, and make sure you've got sleeping bags in your vehicle. You never know. Get a bug out bag, everyone. Build something that you can survive on. It really will help you. Okay, I'll try this link. Is this the same movie you're sending me? Okay. All right, take care, everyone.
Generally in the upper 50s to around the 60-degree mark. And there'll be rising during the day.
Accidents out there that should affect your drive.
Your average time is time here is going nice and long. Next time, Bill Griffin, we have an update on that crash that was causing tie-ups on southbound 163 near the 15 John Center.
Commissioner Holmes goes, and he says that this